Understand the corporate governance, the corporate laws, the company laws, and then you are supposed to act according to it. Now see, the business people, whoever start the business, they usually know few of the laws. Each and every business should be governed by the governance, law, and all those things, because the public should not get cheated by any of them. And we have a special form called MR3 where you are supposed to go with the business people, the management, the top management. They are doing everything lawful. Whenever the non-compliances are, you are supposed to point out and rectify the mistakes. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I'm Abhilash Chandra from the Department of Commerce and Management in Vidhyashram First Aid College, the Temple of Excellence. Welcome to all the students here. Now, this chapter is very important as well as very interesting because you'll be knowing something more about the secretarial audit. Now, for people who always wish that company secretary is what their goal is, now you are supposed to understand what is the real fun of being a company secretary. Now, what are the roles of company secretary? What exactly you are supposed to have when you become a company secretary, and then what exactly your role, duties, powers, functions as a secretary is for the company. Now, the first session is all about, I'll be introducing you about what exactly the secretarial audit is, the meaning of it, the forms of it, the appointment, how it happens, the duties, what they are supposed to do, the objectives and the benefit, as well as the punishment also. Now, each and everything, what it is written in the secretarial audit, we can go with it. The first one is the introduction part. Now, secretarial audit, when we go with this, it is all about the compliance audit. When I say the word compliance audit, that means you are supposed to have each and every rules and regulations, and then you are supposed to go for this. It is not like whatever you feel like doing it. It's all about you need to have the bylaws and understand the corporate governance, the corporate laws, the company laws, and then you are supposed to act according to it. A part of total compliance management. So it is all what? It's a part of total compliance, and it is always very formal kind of organization, and you are supposed to go with all the laws and then apply those laws, and then that is how you are supposed to go with it. Now, when you go with the proper law, what happens is whichever is non-compliance, you are supposed to remove it, and then only the compliance things you are supposed to add. The third one here we need to understand is an effective tool. So what is it? A company secretarial audit. It is actually a effective tool for corporate compliance management. And the last one here is it helps to detect non-compliance. It helps to detect what? Non-compliance, which is not needed right now. And here what happens is and take corrective measures. So you are supposed to always go for what? Taking corrective measures. This is what the company secretarial audit is all about. Now, understand the word secretarial audit. Now, what happens? The person whoever have cracked the company secretaryship, now he is a person who will be the secretary, and when he is a secretary, what happens is he has some duties to be done. He has something to actually go for. Now, the best example if I need to give it for you people is, now if any person whoever have money and he wants to actually form a company, he'll actually take few more people, and then few more people will come and they'll join that company, and they'll start making the company. But what happens is they don't know the law, how to run the company. They have money, they have vision, but they don't know the exact laws. Now what happens is now they are only interested in manufacturing or rendering services. Now they are supposed to appoint chartered accountant, because everything whatever the company deals with, the money, guinea, everything will be actually kept in a mind, and then the chartered accountant will take care of it. The same way, the person that is the owner or the person who is the promoter of a business, he will actually hire the company secretary, where the secretary need to know the laws and everything, and the secretary will help those people in moving the business in a successful thing. Now what happens is, being a company secretary, a person should actually know the law. Now we are supposed to know the law of 2013 Companies Act. Now understand here, the secretarial audit, in the sense, he is a person who does each and every auditing of the company. That is what the management is doing. Are the management following the law or not? Are the management is going with the keeping the books of records or not? Now all these things will be taken care by whom? By the secretary, that is company secretary. Now secretarial audit. Now understand the word here, please do understand this. Secretarial audit is a process. Now why it is called a process? Now understand here when we go with it. Now to check compliance with the provision of various laws and rules, regulation, procedure, maintenance of book, record, etc. we need a secretarial practice as well as secretarial audit, because it is a process throughout the companies that the company need to have to follow the various laws. They need to maintain and they need to have that rules, regulation, procedure, and they should maintain what? The best part is the books, the records and other things. Now what happens by an independent professional? When we go with what? Independent professional. Who is that independent professional? That is the company secretary. To make sure that the legal and procedural requirements are complied with. Now you are supposed to have each and everything, maintain those documents. All the things you are supposed to do what? You need to maintain those. Now when you go with this maintaining, what really happens is also they need to follow the due process. Each and everything properly they are supposed to understand, and then they are supposed to go with it. Now it is essential, that is a mechanism to monitor compliance with the requirement of stated laws. Now see, the business people, whoever start the business, they usually know few of the laws but not in depth. Now who is the person who should actually go with that? That is a secretarial audit. Whoever does, they are supposed to know each and everything, and they are supposed to give it to the interest to the business people, whoever are there. Now applicability, where all the secretarial audit will happen. Now I have given you few of the things here. The first one here is the mandatory provision. The first one is what? The mandatory provision relating to applicability of secretarial audit are explained below. Which are the first one is every listed company should have a secretarial audit. The first one is what? Every listed company should have secretarial audit. Now any company whichever is listed, why we are supposed to go is each and everything should be transparent, plus each and everything should be legal, plus each and every business should be governed by the governance law and all those things, because the public should not get cheated by any of them. Every public company having, when we go with this, right? Now what about the private company? I'll tell you. Now every public company having, say example, the first one is paid up share capital is more than 50 crores. The paid up share capital is more than 50 crores. They should have a secretarial audit. That is first criteria. Second criteria is when turnover is say more than 250 crores. See, the share, paid up capital share is more than 50 crores. But turnover capital is how much? It should be more than 250 crores. That is what the criteria is for the public company. For what? The public company here, and then we have here. Now if anyone of the criteria meets them, also the secretarial audit is mandatory. That means it's not like both the criteria should be fulfilled. It is like even one of the criteria is there, then that person or that company should actually have the secretarial audit. Now a practicing company secretary, now who can be there? That is a practicing company secretary has been recognized to conduct secretarial audit. Now who can do it? It is the practicing company secretary. Only those people can actually come with a secretarial audit. And next one we have is the scope of secretarial audit. Now what exactly the scope of secretarial audit is? Now we need to understand that the reporting on the compliance of 5 laws. How many laws are there? That is, we have like 5 laws has mentioned in the form MR3. Now we have a special form called MR3 where you are supposed to go with. The first one here is the secretarial audit need to actually understand, and they are supposed to know each and every provision of the Companies Act 2013 and the rules made thereunder. When you go with this, that is each and everything is written that particular time, that is called thereunder. Securities Contract Regulation Act 1956, that is called as SCRA, that is called Securities Contract Regulation Act, and the rules made thereunder. Again, whatever it is, you are supposed to go with it. Depository Act 1996. What is that? That is Depositories Act 1996 and the rules made thereunder. And the fourth one is Foreign Exchange Management Act, which is called FEMA. That is Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999, and the rules and regulation made there under, that is whatever is there under that, you are supposed to go with it. See, there under is a one word. Now don't think that THERE and then space and then UNDR. There under is a company law version, that is whatever is there under, you are supposed to go and understand about it. So to the extent of foreign direct investment, which is called as FDI, overseas direct investment and external commercial borrowings, each and everything, it's a very important one. That is how you are supposed to remember. That is FEMA, FDI, external as well as direct investments, each and everything overseas you are supposed to know, and whatever happens there under also you are supposed to know. That is the secretarial auditor, they need to know about it. That is the scope. The last one is regulations and guidelines prescribed under the Securities and Exchange Board of India, which is called as SEBI. Now you should know about SEBI also. Why with SEBI? The reason is, see, each and every listed company should go with secretarial audit. That means what? You should actually know the SEBI law also. And I told you about the share capital. If it is more than 50 crores, you are supposed to have a secretarial audit. If it is the turnover is more than 250 crores also, you are supposed to have secretarial audit. Next one we have is the scope of secretarial, that is the next is reporting on the compliance. Now you are supposed to go with what? Reporting on the compliance. What is that? The reporting on compliance of secretarial standards issued by Institute of Company Secretary of India, ICSI. That is what you are supposed to go with. Next is reporting on compliance with the listing agreement. Now when you go with a listing company, you are supposed to understand about this listing agreement. Examines and report regarding the adequacy and efficiency of the system and processes with other laws. Monitor and ensure compliance with general laws like labor law, you should know, competition law, you should know, and environmental law. Why you are supposed to know each and every law? Because whatever happens to a company, you are a person who should see to it that the business people, the management, the top management, they are doing everything lawful. Examines and reports on the specific observation or qualification, reservation or adverse remark in respect to the board structure, system and process relating to the audit period. Each and everything you are supposed to know. And lastly we have, that is secretarial auditor may rely on reports given by statutory auditors. Now I have explained you what exactly a statutory auditor is in this chapter 4, or other designation professionals to check compliance with other law like income tax, customs and even GST. So these are the scopes which the secretarial audit need to go with, and he or she, whoever is doing the secretarial audit, they should know each and every law about everybody. That is like environmental law you should know competition law, as well as you should know the labor law. Why? Because you are a person who should guide the top management whenever they are doing something out of the law. So you are supposed to tell them these are the things which you are supposed to abide by the rules and regulations. That's why it is called what? A compliance kind of a auditing. That is what the secretarial audit is all about. Next one is objectives of secretarial audit. What are the objectives? The first objective is to verify and report. You are supposed to verify and report on compliance of applicable law and secretarial standards. So you should always have that compliance law and the secretarial standards. To point out non-compliance, see wherever the non-compliance is there, you are supposed to point out and rectify the mistakes and inadequate compliance. Next is to protect the interest of various stakeholders. So this is the reason you are supposed to go with secretarial audit. That is the customers, employees, society, etc. You are supposed to always think about the welfare of the society, the employees, the customer, the stakeholders. To avoid any unwarranted legal action. Now, there are so many things which is good in a company, which is bad in a company. You are supposed to always abide by the rules and regulation of the Companies Act, the FEMA, the SEBI, all those things you are supposed to know. And here what happens is by law enforcing agencies and other persons as well. So you are supposed to avoid any unwarranted legal actions. Now, contraventional and punishment. What is the punishment of all these things? Now see, benefit is also there, which I'll be telling after the punishment. If a company or any officer of a company or company secretary in practice contravenes the provision of this secretarial audit, then the company, the first criteria is what? The company or every officer of the company or the company secretary in practice who is in default shall be punishable with. What happens is, minimum is 1 lakh rupees and the maximum is how much? 5 lakh rupees. So minimum and maximum. This is what the punishment is. You will not be getting less than 1 lakh rupees, that is a fine, or it is not more than 5 lakh rupees, fine. So this is the punishment for the secretarial audit if the company secretary will not follow it. Next is benefits of secretarial audit. What are the benefits? Now I have listed few of the benefits. The first one here is an effective mechanism to make sure of the compliance with the legal and procedural requirements. That is the first one. Second one is provides a level of confidence to the directors and key managerial personnel, etc. Why? Because they have a person who is there to actually help them in all the law structures. Secretarial audit ensures legal and procedural requirements so directors can concentrate on important business matters. So they'll always have a backbone support saying that somebody is there who will take care of the law, and whenever we are in trouble, he or she is a person who will actually help us to come out of all the situations. But again, the directors will also feel that we need to actually manage the other important thing like planning, organizing, staffing, controlling. So what happens here is we have a person who can actually sit in the office and he can actually make each and every law working for the company. Fourth one is strength and the goodwill of a company for their regulators and stakeholders. So when we have secretarial audit, the customers, the shareholders, the stakeholders will also have a very good confidence about the company. Secretarial audit is an effective governance and compliance risk management tool. So what happens is you will always have a risk management tool. And lastly, the last one is it helps in the investor in analyzing the compliance level of the companies, thereby increases the reputation. See, the goodwill is also done, the reputation is also there. That is the benefits of secretarial audit. Any doubt regarding this session, please do call us. We are always there to help you. Thank you so much. I'll see you when I see you.